The Midnight Passenger by Kaushik Nag. Late one rainy night in Jerome, Arizona, John, a seasoned cab driver, navigated his way through the desolate streets. The rain pounded against the windshield and fog clouded his view. Business was slow, and fatigue was setting in when his phone buzzed with a new booking. Relieved to have a fare, he drove to the pickup location, a narrow, deserted lane near the old cemetery. When he arrived, he saw her standing by the lamppost. A young woman, drenched in the rain, wearing a long white dress. She looked fragile, almost translucent in the dim light. As she got in, John felt a sudden chill despite the humidity. The temperature inside the car suddenly fell, and John pulled up his jacket hood tightly. The passenger anxiously told John,
"Please, drive fast to Maple Bridge. They are coming to take me back."
Her voice was shaky, and her eyes darted nervously as if expecting someone to follow. Confused but concerned, John glanced around. There was no one else on the street. As he started driving, he tried to make conversation to ease the tension. John politely asked,
"Are you all right, madam? Is someone troubling you?"
With some unease, she answered.
"Just keep driving. Don't look back. They are coming."
Her words sent a shiver down his spine. John glanced at the rearview mirror to gauge her expression, but what he saw froze his blood. There was no reflection of the woman in the back seat. Panic set in, but he forced himself to stay calm. His heart pounded loudly in his ears and his palms grew sweaty on the steering wheel. To distract himself, he switched on the radio. Old, crackling music played, but suddenly it distorted into static. Through the garbled noise, he heard a faint whisper repeating the words,
"You shouldn't have picked her up. She belongs to us. You shouldn't have picked her up. She belongs to us. You shouldn't have picked her up. She belongs to us."
John's breathing grew rapid and his mind raced. He cautiously looked back, and the woman was still there, staring out the window. As they approached the Maple Bridge, she told John, this time a little louder,
"You picked me up 10 years ago, the night I died. Remember?"
John's throat went dry, and he struggled to speak. His mind screamed for him to stop the car and run, but his body was frozen with fear. The cab was on the bridge, and the city lights far away flickered as if responding to some unseen presence. Suddenly, a flash of lightning illuminated the back seat, and John dared to look again. The woman's face had changed. Her eyes were hollow, and her skin appeared cracked and lifeless. In an instant, the temperature inside the car plummeted further. With trembling feet, John slammed the brakes. The car screeched to a halt, and he turned around fully, but the seat was empty. Only a faint, lingering scent of jasmine remained. His phone buzzed loudly, making him jump out of his car. It was a notification from a news app, and with shaky fingers, he opened it. The article headline read,
10 years ago, young woman killed in hit and run on the Maple Bridge. Cab driver vanished after reporting the incident.
It hit him like a punch to the gut. John remembered that night, how he had seen a similar woman lying motionless on the road hit by another car, how he had reported the accident that night to the police and driven off in shock. He had tried to forget that night, but it had never left him. Breathing heavily, he gathered his courage and looked back once more. The seat was empty, but a faint handprint marked the foggy window as if someone had just pressed against it from the inside. John later checked with his cab operator curiously to know about the booking details, and to his awe, there was no such booking record with the operator company. John checked his digital wallet and found the passenger fully made his payment. The payment note read,
USD 50. Payee name, Jasmine.
John could not stop there. He went to the police station near Maple Bridge to share his experience with his friend Robert, who was a police officer in the Maple Bridge police station. Robert helped John and found out the old records quickly from the computer archive and confirmed the article was authentic. John, in awe, asked Robert,
"Who made the payment then, and how was it done? There are no payment records with my operator company. They have no clue about such a passenger. My bank records have the transaction, and my company records don't."
Robert, in a calm voice,
"Certain questions have no answer. You had someone belonging to the other world."
Since that night, John never picked up lone passengers after midnight. Some say he left driving altogether, while others believe he still roams the streets, haunted by the memory of the ghostly passenger who never left his mind. If you ever find yourself on a lonely, rainy night in the desolate streets of Jerome, think twice before picking up a lone passenger. You never know who or what might get in. If you enjoyed this spine-chilling horror story, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more thrilling tales. Hit the like button to show your support and share the story with your friends.